The ICC ODI World Cup started with a bang today, with England taking on New Zealand, defending champions versus the 2019 finalist. From where it was left off at that particular moment, this was built up as a big rivalry. The World Cup finally came to India after 12 years. We thought there would be a carnival atmosphere, a gala, there would be a buzz, there would be World Cup fever gripping the nation. But instead, at the Narendra Modi Stadium, what did you get? 1,30,000 empty seats. Capacity of 1,30,000, just about 10 or 15,000. That's it. What happened? Where were the fans? Why was the stadium not fully booked? Why was the stadium not filled to capacity? The tickets certainly says that yes, every game is sold out. But where were the fans? That is the real conundrum here, because at this point in time, you saw what the World Cup was, a fiasco, right? From scheduling, rescheduling, you saw how woeful it was. And this is all the summation of what is happening at this point in time. No fans. Virender Sehwag made it a point on Twitter when he stated that hopefully after office hours, there should be more people coming in. But for games not featuring Bharat, there should be free tickets for school and college children. While with the fading interest in 50 over games, it will definitely help that youngsters get to experience a World Cup game and players get to play in front of a full stadium. Full stadium, you could have had school children, you could have done all that. But why didn't you play what has been going on for 20 years? Why did the BCCI and the ICC break with tradition this time? Because 2003, 1999, 2007, 2011, 2015, 2019, what has been the common trend? The host nation have played the first game. And today you are playing England versus New Zealand, which was a repeat of 1996. Why? This is the point that Michael Atherton, the former England captain, and former India skipper Ravi Shastri both raised. Because looking at the crowd attendance, they stated, in the last few years, the hosts have started. Isn't it sensible that the host should start because it guarantees a full house that will lift the tournament? Why couldn't India have started at the Narendra Modi Stadium against any other opponent? It could have given the ICC World Cup some credence. Reschedulement and all the other fiascos aside, this could have been a good start, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. Ravi Shastri also echoed, at all costs, have a home team play. You should play the home team. If this was India versus England, you would be guaranteed a full house, even on a weekday. But the real ground reality was something different. Nikhil Nas spoke to Rahul Rawat, who's there at the Narendra Modi Stadium. He gave us the exact reason as to why the stadium was not full. Have a check of this report.
Rahul, of course, the biggest talking point right now is the attendance at the stadium. You can clearly see empty seats all around. What is the real story? Because if you go online, if an Indian fan wants to buy tickets online, there are no tickets available, and yet the stadium is empty.
Nikhil, during the mid-innings, I was live doing a show, and we could see a stream of people coming out of one of these gates. So what happens is, earlier, of course, as you've already seen on your television screens, that there was not too much of crowd. Of course, the capacity of this stadium is 1,30,000. And I believe not more than 20,000 people would have been there inside the venue. Now, you asked me what is the actual story. I'll just show you. I'm just going to go down and pick up a few things. So these are the match tickets. These are the match tickets, and these are today's match tickets, by the way. So people have just thrown away these match tickets now, and a few people who were there inside the venue have also left. So that's been the story, unfortunately. And a lot of people, we discussed this earlier also yesterday on a different platform on Sports Today as well, that people actually, there's a buzz that is missing here. I think since 1999, ever since we started to call this World Cup an ICC World Cup, every time a host nation has been part of the first game of the World Cup match. But this time, it was England versus New Zealand. I think a lot of people wanted to see India play here, and it would have been a great start to this tournament. But unfortunately, not too many people want to see England or a match that does not involve India. So that's been the story, and ticket prices, perhaps maybe because you started the ticket sales a little late, and perhaps that could have been the reason. And you can actually book a ticket for this particular match even now, by the way, on Book My Show, the official ticketing partner for this World Cup. You can book your tickets even right now. So the tickets are very much available. I spoke to a few people a little while ago, and they had come from from Surat, from Rajasthan, from so many places, but I think they did not get what they actually came for.
That's very interesting. Rahul mentions that tickets are available online. Unfortunately, if you sometime log on to that website, it says, keep waiting. That's what the website shows there. And I think one other factor that may have contributed is the fact that the hotel prices all shot up, the air tickets all shot up. Maybe all the people that are in the organization or in the hospitality sector were all hoping for a bumper sale when the World Cup starts. And so they jacked up the prices. Unfortunately, that meant that there were no takers for watching the particular game, especially as Rahul points out, the non-India games. So India games, of course, will be sold out. Non-India games are going to be that bit of a problem.
So you saw what had happened and why, and Rahul gave some very good points as to why the stadium could not be booked and why the capacity was near empty at this point in time. But Virender Sehwag's tweet proved to be really like he could predict the future, because towards the fag end, you could see that the stadium was filling up. When New Zealand were doing their chase, at that time, there was a fair bit of an attendance. But still, the negative effects of having a 130,000 capacity stadium is that these kind of things will happen, which could make it very bad indeed. And one more particular thing. The opening fixture, there are fan reactions to this that were really perplexing. And some even took screenshots of the ticketing portals from which they had done. The opening fixture of the Cricket World Cup, a repeat of the previous CWC final hosted by cricket mad country. What is the reason for the stadium being almost empty? Ticket prices, location, no interest in international cricket due to IPL appeal. He's made a valid point. I think combination of all three. But then, the ticket situation was a complete and utter joke. They didn't realize it enough, and even though it was potluck, whether you could buy them, because the website made you wait for hours and then kept crashing. You would remember that we had done a special video on the World Cup ticketing system at this point in time. Exactly. Surprisingly, most tickets are showing sold, but the stadium is empty. Doesn't add up. Why on earth? Just look at this. Every part of the stadium, 95% of them is full. Was it 95% full at the Narendra Modi Stadium? I don't think so. And look at all the other things. I have taken a separate New Zealand game, New Zealand versus Bangladesh, which will happen at Chennai. Everything is full. But are you going to see Chepauk packed to the rafters? I don't think so. How has the ticketing system been mismanaged in this country? Everything, right from ticketing to rescheduling to hotel booking to every airline bit, it has been a major fiasco. Bad planning, bad scheduling, everything that is a disappointing aspect in this World Cup is coming to the fore. And today was the first day. A first day normally sets the tone. You got problems. You got major problems. Indian cricket might be doing well on the field, but off the field, it is an absolute shambles at this point in time. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Thank you.